This is big breaking news. This week, they are holding large-scale nuclear training exercises inside of New York, and they are warning the public to not be scared and not be worried if you see these drills and if you see personnel moving around New York State. So let's get into all the details here and what they are preparing for. Really quick, guys, please just hit that like and hit that subscribe. I'm posting multiple videos every single day, keeping you guys updated on this big urgent news, and it just helps to get these warnings out. I appreciate that. So this is what's going on right now. Is the FBI of Albany just put out an alert warning, quote, the public need not to be alarmed. This is due to a, quote, large-scale nuclear training exercise to take place in Schenectady, New York. It says here from January 26th to January 31st, a large-scale multi-agency nuclear incident training exercise will take place in the vicinity of Schenectady, New York, and surrounding counties of Albany, Saratoga, and Schenectady County. The training exercise will not pose any risk to the area residents, and the public does not need to be alarmed by training-related activity, including the presence of military personnel and aircraft and people in protective equipment. All right, so they're having a full-scale nuclear training exercise inside of New York. For some reason, they are getting prepared for this, and there is potentially, we could see something happen here, right? Most likely not. It's most likely just a training drill, but it could be something else. It could be an excuse to move equipment to this area as well, too. A lot of times these drills coincide with actual military movements and government movements of personnel, right? And a lot of times the drill is just the story, like they're doing the drill, but a lot of times the drill is the cover to move a lot of assets around. It says here the Department of Defense, Department of Energy, National Nuclear Security Administration, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Department of Homeland Security, and the state and local partners will conduct the exercise in several areas of Schenectady, Albany, Saratoga counties. It is part of a series of regularly scheduled U.S. government exercises, right? And if you remember, too, this is right around the area. It's not too far where they were seeing all of these weird drone incidents, right? It's not the exact area, but they were seeing it right around here in parts of New York, eastern New York, and New Jersey. This is where a lot of it was concentrated, and this is where this drill is happening. Not saying it's related, but it did happen just a few months ago. It says the general areas in which the training exercises will take place include areas around Albany Airport to Stratton Air National Guard Base to northern Saratoga County. Several local, state, law enforcement, fire, emergency management, public health agencies will also be participating in the training, including New York State Police, Albany, Saratoga County Sheriff's Departments. It says exercise participants will conduct operations in personal protective equipment to simulate realistic conditions. It will also include aircraft from federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies. It goes on to say the exercise is an opportunity for participating entities to practice and enhance operational readiness to respond in the event of a nuclear incident inside the United States or overseas. All right, so they're saying that this exercise is directly for operational readiness, responding to a nuclear, quote, nuclear incident in the United States or overseas. So they are getting ready for something. Hopefully nothing happens. A lot of times these drills do happen, and it's just for preparedness, all right, which is good, and you should be prepared too. You should always have stockpiles of food and water, and even for nuclear events like this, things like potassium iodide or even nascent iodine as well too could potentially work. Not saying those are going to save you or anything like that, but that is what is recommended, right? Nascent iodine and potassium iodide are the two top things recommended for nuclear events, and they're even saying that it could be inside the United States. And says, due to the sensitive nature of the capabilities being implemented, the training activities are not open to the public or the media. And it says here again, the training exercises will not pose any risk to the public. So big, large-scale nuclear training exercises happening in eastern New York right now. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you also remember too, I think it was last year or maybe it was 2023 at this point. Time's been going by so fast. That New York City itself had a nuclear training drill, right? Do you remember that? They had a nuclear response drill and they put out this video, New York City did, warning people what to do in case of a nuclear detonation or some type of attack that hit New York City, right? That happened, I think it was like at the end of 2023 or maybe at the beginning of 2024, if I remember correctly. And they put out this PSA announcement, right? New York City did, warning that you should be prepared for any type of nuclear event, right? And this could be the timing for it, right? Hopefully something like that never happens, but it would be the time for something like this to happen because big changes are happening right now inside the government, right? Think about it. The status quo is being disrupted. So it could be time for these groups to be activated inside the United States. The past 4 years, the country has been wide open. And we know that there have been designated people on these watch lists, dozens of them, potentially hundreds or even thousands of them, that are on designated watch lists from the FBI and from our federal government to not let them in the country. They've been allowed into the country. They've snuck in and they've been let in, a lot of them too. And it could be the timing for them to be activated, all right? Because why would they be activated under the president that is letting them into the country, okay? Why would they be activated under the president that is letting them in and allowing them to claim asylum and get benefits and things like that? And it would be the time for any type of group, any type of sleeper cell or anything like that to be activated, because now is the time for pushback, right? We know Trump is pushing back against a lot of these foreign groups and international groups that are operating outside and inside and along the border of the U.S., and Trump has been pushing back heavily against them. So it could be the time for retaliation. That is my point here, is that I don't think a lot of these groups are going to just sit around while things are changing. I think they are going to try to hold on to power and try to cause disruptions potentially. So let me know what you guys think down below. Hope you guys are staying safe and staying prepared, staying stocked up out there. I hope you have big blessings for your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.